Okay guys, well we've got the sports mufflers on, and I think now it's time to fit the booster plug. Here's a bit of a look at what the booster plug looks like. Now, there's not much to it. Now the idea behind this booster plug is in open loop mode it adds approximately 6% more fuel to the equation, so you would sort of eliminate any lean spots. So when you go to these sports exhaust, naturally the bike breathes a lot better. And seeing these are Euro 4 compliance bikes, they run a lot leaner, a bit hotter, and I think the smart idea would be to use this booster plug, because with the added fuel that dumps into it, there'd be less chance for me, I think, long term of doing any valve damage. So that's the reason behind all this. The computer might allow for it long term, or it might not, but I have had a Euro 4 in a I think it was a 2018 or late 2018 Classic 500, and I did put a sports muffler on that particular bike, and the ECU wasn't good enough to adjust for that one, and that burned out a valve within 1,000 kilometres. So just to be sure, I won't take the risk on this one, and that's the idea of the booster plug. Anyway, to get on with the fitting, so we just undo the side cover here to get to the seat release handle, pull the seat, and then back over to this side here and pull the airbox cover. Okay, we've got the side cover off, the seat's been pulled. Now to get the airbox, release this screw. Lift her up. Correction, we lift her out. And up. So we've now got it all exposed, and I'll zoom in and we'll have a bit of a closer look. So when we're looking at this air filter, here's our air intake sensor here. Now when you look into here, there's two white plugs here. There's one coming over here to the right, one here to the left. When you jiggle the air intake sensor, you'll find the one I'm after is not this one over here to the right, but it's this one tucked back in here, that one. That's the one I've got to pull out. Let me get focus. That's the one I've got to pull out. Now prior to that, whatever you do, you've got the key in the ignition. Smart idea would be to totally remove the key, just by chance if you happen to leave it in there and turn the ignition on, and you do disconnect. Well, that will automatically throw up a fault on your bike, and you'll have to go to the dealer to get that rectified and removed. In my cars and that, well, I've got fault code readers and the code readers which can remove them, but I think on Enfield, unless you, on the C5 you used to be able to remove them, but like going back through the ECU, there used to be a wire there to help remove them that way, but with this particular one, I think it could be very expensive to buy a fault code reader, even if you could get one to remove that fault. So the idea is save yourself a problem, pull the key out, and there'd be no drama after that. So overall guys, there's not much to connect on this booster plug. We got one connector that goes into here, snaps in. The opposite over this direction, that clicks in position. Your probe can either go up to under your tank and head up under the tank at the front of the motor and up under the head steady, or in my case I'm going to bring it down here. Okay guys, I've got the probe installed just here, virtually in line with where it sucks in air from the airbox, so that part's already completed. And back up top, you got things nice and neat there, got the unit poked back in under there, everything's nice and tight, so all good in that direction too. Now I can go ahead and put this side panel back on. I'll be back into this section probably next week anyway, because I've already pre-ordered the DNA air filter for this bike, so it should be here by next week, so it'll be back in here to pull this one out and put in the new filter. Now guys, the only real reason I bought this booster plug was I wanted better fueling because of the sports exhaust I put on the bike, and I don't want the bike running lean and causing me any drama, which I mentioned earlier in the video. That others that have put the booster plugs on have claimed a lot smoother throttle control and a lot better through the rev ranges, and overall a lot more pleasant bike to ride. Well, overall, anyone's had an Interceptor, you know, there's no really big drama with them. They've always got good, well, I always think they've always had good throttle response, and they're nice easy bikes to ride, and no jerkiness, or you know, they got really good throttle roll on. So it'll be interesting to see whether this mod makes any difference to that side of it or not, and until I get out there and try it. All I know, yesterday when I did go for the lap up and down the block, I could tell that it was running, or it appeared to felt like it was running a little bit lean with these pipes on it, and the best idea is to fit this to it so I don't strike any problems further down the track. So we'll see what happens, and especially when I get the new air filter in to go with the exhaust and that too, so there'll be all three items in it together, and see how it goes on the combo of the three. Okay, it's all back together now. We'll give it a kick over, see how it sounds. Well, everything seems nice and smooth. We've got no fault codes, anything like that on the motor, so everything's 100%. It'll be a little bit warm today to take it for a run. I think it's 35 degrees at the moment, so I don't want to go out there running it at that. I might give it a bit of a run in the morning. We'll see how things go on that line, so if you stay tuned, we'll see how it performs. But at the moment, that appears pretty smooth. Sounds pretty good too, but that bike's idling rock steady. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of the video, but like I said, sounds good.